Hey guys, welcome back to Malt Mondays. Today I'm taking a look at the Manifest Whiskey Project 10-year-old high rye bourbon. Before I get into that though, I want to give a malt mention to Welsh Toro. He was one of my first subscribers and he's stuck with the channel since, so I just wanted to thank you for your support. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. Now, the first thing that we have to mention about this bourbon is that the Manifest company is a non-distilled producer. They have started distilling their own product, and I will be reviewing that in my next video. It's a rye, and it is unreleased yet. I managed to get a sample of it from the representative of the company, and I'm going to review that for you guys. It hasn't been released yet, but it will be sometime later this year. Now, this is not their product. They haven't been around for 10 years, so there's no way they could have a 10-year-old bourbon. So where does it come from? Well, like most bourbons that are just bottled, it's made by MGP. They make the High West stuff, the Old Scout stuff. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not good quality. It just means that it's produced at a massive scale, and then they're purchasing this and aging it themselves. Although what they've purchased here was purchased pre-aged for them. They just picked out the barrels that they liked. So the first thing that I want to point out is that there is an age statement, which is really nice. A lot of bourbons are getting away from age statements lately, so that's nice. And then I appreciate that they label right here high rye. That just lets you know what you're getting. Some of the companies, like Four Roses, their single barrel is a high rye, but it doesn't say that on the label. So for someone that's just picking this up off the shelf, that's really nice to know. Now this retails for about $54 to $60, so that puts it in sipping premium bourbon territory. So I've got high expectations for this based on the price. And then on the back, we have Manifest Whiskey Project is a collaboration between Bourboner.com and Manifest Distilling. This project was conceived as a way to bring limited aged whiskeys to curious and experienced whiskey drinkers. So there's a problem with that. Limited aged whiskeys. I guess technically it is limited because even MGP has a limit to the number of aged barrels that they have at their warehouses. But this is by no means a product that is exclusive to Manifest Distilling. Like I said, this is essentially the same product that is in Old Scout, High West, any of the other non-distiller producers. So this is batch number 1, and this is bottle 641. So we're going to go ahead and see how this tastes. I really like the bottle on this. The black bottle with the gold lettering, it looks really premium, and it makes it stand out. But as I always say, what matters is what's in the bottle. And this is bottled at 47% ABV. So good on them. They're right at the correct range for a good bourbon, 45 to 50%, without going cask strength and really strong. So it's good that they're not bottling any lower than that. At this price range for bourbon, you really have to expect that it's going to be about 50% ABV. So we're going to see how this smells. Definitely high rye mash bill here. There's a lot of spices coming out, but there's also some really nice fruits. There's some nice brown sugar notes, vanilla. A little bit of an oakiness in the background. Overall, this is a very coherent nose and no sharpness, really well put together. They definitely did a good job picking out the barrels that they chose just based on the smell alone. So we'll see how it tastes. Really nice mouthfeel here. A lot of spice from the rye, but it's extremely well balanced with the sweetness from the corn. There's little hints of fruits coming in and out. There's a really nice vanilla characteristic, but it's not overly sweet. The rye balances that out super well. I'm even getting, actually, now that I tasted it, there's a little bit of a licorice coming out, like a black licorice. This is really good. Now, like I said, this is essentially the same product that you're going to get with some of these other non-distiller producers. But having said that, the barrels that they've chosen for this are great. This is really good. I would not be disappointed having paid $60 for this. Now, this bottle was provided to me by the distributor to taste for you guys, so I didn't have to purchase this myself. But having said that, I would buy a bottle of this. This is actually fantastic. It's got a nice lingering finish. The flavor is got a lot going on to it. Like I said, this isn't a completely unique product, but that honestly doesn't really matter because it's very good. And the other companies that are putting out MGP products at this age statement are doing so in a similar price range, so that it's not like they're overpricing this as though it's their own small batch creation. Now, I would like to see it be labeled on here that it's an MGP product and that it's not their own, because it does say produced and bottled by Manifest. But having said that, that's really just nitpicking. To give this a score, I'm going to go with an 87. This is very good. This is great. It's getting close to the upper echelon of bourbon pricing, though, where it starts needing to be something a little more special. But having said that, this is really good. I really like the proof that they decided to bottle this at. That 94 proof is very nice, and the casks that they selected were great for this batch. So I would definitely recommend picking this up at $50 to $60, and come back later this week for my review of the Manifest Rye, which has not been released yet, and it's their first new make spirit that they've actually distilled themselves. So thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and click subscribe right up here. And here's a link to my review of the Blood Oath, which is another fantastic bourbon in that premium range. See you next time.